to the back and my pants ski.
What up?
Here we go again.
Yeah, what's up, Shay? Left eye. What's up, eye? Did she leave? I left.
Being that I am the kind of girl that I am, nobody can make me do what I don't want to. I can be myself a lot. I'm proud of what I got, so I never change for you. Being that I am the kind of girl that I am, tight jeans don't hit the same with one like me. I like to be feeling free, and you better believe I'll do what pleases. Yo, left eye, kick the scene. Every day last weekend, not a place to go. This nut still had me dressing like a fashion show, but not this week. I'm chilling 'cause there's nothing to hide. Threw on my baggy just and waited for my ride. We pulled up till I opened the door. Peep my kids started dissing me from head to toe. But yo, just to let you know, it's taking to make me wanna say, gotta go, gotta go. I gotta get Here we go again. Being that I am the kind of girl that I am, some people just don't understand the things I do. You feeling it, dear? You feeling it? Chilling with the girls, or kick it with the fellas if I choose. And being that I am the kind of girl that I am, dumb moves are left for fools with no attitude. I think my way is cool, so let me be me and continue being here smooth. Yo, left eye, what's up with that guy? So yo, getting back to this dude with a foul attitude. Shoot, he made another bad move, saying that girl shit on rap. Baseball caps, he can go say go hype, 'cause it's a style that I like. Yeah, it's a trip, 'cause something hasn't yet been said. I never talked about them damn finger waves in his head, tight pants and 2 rings in each ear. You know that it's dead, but it's me instead. I gotta get That's the kind of girl I am. Don't you know? I really don't give a damn. Let me be me for me, and now what I'm supposed to be. So I'm gonna do what I wanna do. 'Cause dumb booze are left for silly booze. That's the kind of girl that I am. Oh, here we go again. Some people might wonder why we're like that. 'Cause we're smooth. Relatively speaking, I am the ordinary type, 'cause I ain't reaching hip to you, thinking I'm flipping that. It's on the TLC tip. 1, 2, 3, 4, yo. Here we go again. That's us. Yo, Tay, we know that's right, 'cause you're a boss.
Testing. All right, I got my sound back. Y'all, the strangest thing just happened. First of all, this your girl, High Priestess Jamila. I won't be here long. I know the vamps and the parasites they're gonna want more, but this is gonna be a quick discussion because I got things to do. But let me tell y'all first of all what happened as soon as I started this live stream, right? We got this solar powered light out here, right? As soon as I made this live, and hit the live button to talk about Lisa Left Eye Lopez. It started blinking. This thing ain't been doing nothing. It started blinking and then it just stayed on. That ain't no coincidence. Hold up. This light right here. Wow. And then here's a mouth. So whenever something like that happens, that's the spirit of that person, I believe. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to come and talk a little bit about Left Eye Lopez. Okay. Lisa, one of my favorite Geminis. First of all, TLC will always be my favorite girl group of my lifetime just in this lifetime. They are very iconic. Okay, especially when you look at them. You got T-Boz, she's like a Cocoa Brown. Then you got Left Eye, she got that light-skinned thing going on. But then you got Chili, who is Native American brown sister. Like just y'all do the math, okay? But I want to talk about this whole Gemini thing and Mercury. And not too many people are gonna vibe with this because they really ain't on my level. Those of you that are gonna vibe with this, y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. But then again, when it comes to this information that I'm gonna talk about, when I talk about Geminis as well as Virgos, right? So it could be very dangerous information, right? For people to really understand Mercury. And I understand Mercury and its power. My chart is filled with Mercury. You know what I'm saying? I got a Virgo moon. I got like, first of all, I was born on the cusp of Gemini in Cancer, okay, on the 23rd. So I basically could be a Gemini or a Cancer. But then I've got a couple of placements in my chart. And then I was born on Jupiter's day. And in my chart, Gemini is actually in conjunction with my Jupiter. So I'm very attuned with Mercury, right? So I was sitting here thinking, I was taking a break from work and I was sitting here thinking about, I started listening to that song and all of a sudden it came to me about what happened to that sister. And I miss her. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that had to have been the saddest thing ever. Losing her had to have been like one of the saddest things that we could ever experience. And like, you know how they say Elvis Presley is still alive or whatever. I hope on some level, Elvis, Tupac, they say that they're still alive. I hope on some level that it's all just made up, like she's really alive somewhere in Honduras chilling. But let's deal with the reality of her death. So last night, no, the night before last night, I looked up a couple of videos about her death. And I've been knowing this information, but I'm just now talking about it. But basically, when she died, or shortly before she died in that car accident, there was a car accident that happened in a bus or something, a van or a bus, where a little boy got killed. And she was so empathetic. Like Lisa Lopez was an empath. And see, being an empath is either going to be a blessing or a curse, right? Something that she had said had struck me as odd, right? She said that she felt that the accident or the death of that little boy was actually meant for her. And instantly I thought to myself, I said, that's not true, sis. Like that wasn't death coming for you. I'm speaking to her alive self, right? So I was thinking that, right? But she took that belief to her grave. And I believe that that is what took her out. I don't believe it was a conspiracy. I know that everybody been saying Beyonce did it, Damon Dash did it, all these people did it. I don't believe none of them did it. I believe that it was something that she manifested out of her fears. And then also when it comes to famous people, they don't really have the spiritual protection that they should have. And she was so young. And then early on in her life, she had a lot of problems with her father. Extremely loving person. Extreme, like that was like a huge loss. She believed that. She believed that that little boy that got killed in that van. She believed that that death was meant for her. And I believe that if it is a reality where she is gone, which she's definitely not gone because this light is lit up, still lit up, like literally it started blinking. I believe that that is what took her off of this earth. I believe it was her belief. Belief is very powerful, which is why you got to be careful about what you believe in. Hello? You got to be careful. You got to be careful about what you believe in. You got to be careful about what power you believe in. And but see what is true. What is true is Mercury's power. And Mercury getting ready to go on the retrograde on the 9th, y'all. Just FYI. It's going to be a whole trip 2 days before 11/11. That's going to be a trip and a half. And you got to be careful. Them Mercurians, they can have an innate power of creating and shifting reality, which we all know that, right? Like that's not new news, which is a good thing. Only when they're trying to create negative realities for themselves or other people is when it's a problem. And then that's when you got to be on the lookout. You ain't got to be all up in arms and stuff. You ain't got to constantly be, like you can still live life. Just handle that. You know what I'm saying? If you got an out of control Mercurian running around here, Mercury ain't no joke, y'all. Mercury ain't no joke, bro. Hey, Stephon. Hey, baby. Mercury can be the deadliest planet out aside of Pluto and the moon and Neptune is Mercury. Mercury ain't no fucking joke. That's why, but you know what? When Mercury actually goes into retrograde, that's an opportunity. I'm telling y'all, Mercury retrograde is beautiful. People are under the assumption that Mercury going into retrograde is going to be this and do that. And if you believe that, that's what's going to happen. And even though we know that some folks that are the way they are going to do what they do. Okay. But you got to do you. Okay. Pay attention, stay and get your focus on what it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you take care of them, and you go, okay. Yeah, I know that person is blah 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 blah. But you know what? I'ma handle that. But going back to my girl Lisa, that like you know what? I'm gonna find out the other singers of the group and their zodiac signs. But I just looked up Lisa because you know she's deceased or whatever. Such a bright star that we lost, man. Just her voice and everything, just amazing. I've been listening. So Hat to the Back is my all time TLC favorite. Hat to the Back. You know what I'm saying? She would still be here with us if she didn't have self defeating beliefs about herself. She would still be here. I believe that, and she was obviously powerful, right? She was obviously powerful. But her powers ended up, I believe that. I ain't even got to confirm it with the cards. And it was her empathism. Because she felt so bad about this little boy. And it's like, Lisa, why did you believe that? If you believe in something like that, you need to unbelieve it. People have a hard time letting go of beliefs that hurt them. She would still be here with us. And nobody knows, only a few select people. They gonna continue to go on with Beyonce is a demon. We are, if Beyonce is a demon, goddamn it, we all demons. I get so tired of them trying to demonize Beyonce. Constantly trying to demonize that woman. They say she took Aaliyah out too. She no, she did not. But you know, people don't like the truth. People like to hear the next radical. Uh, they like to hear the radical scandal. Is what they like. They like the drama. They don't like the truth. The truth is something that people avoid. I believe that what I'm speaking right now is truth. Just hearing that one thing, I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "That's why she gone." And you know what? Geminis give Geminis other Geminis bad names. And I don't like that because every Gemini ain't like that. But when I say to people that they need to have their thoughts in check and what they think about, people really don't know what that means. And see, I'm a Cancer sun because I came in at 10:10 in the morning on the 23rd. So technically I'm a Cancer on the cusp. So I rule over the subconscious because I'm a moon child, right? Yeah, but you know what? What people say shouldn't hurt you. Why is it that what people say hurt people? The reason why is because y'all, and you know what? We're gonna pin cushion this discussion. How Neptune. We got to talk about the net. We got to talk about Neptune and how Neptune is doing something. I'm gonna research it. I'm gonna do some sky watching. Neptune is doing something that is causing extremism. So the little slightest things are tipping the scales of people. The little slightest things, the littlest slights. So if you got big issues with folks, that shit gonna be overwhelming. So I feel like right now what the world is going through is some of them entrails from Neptune, which ain't bad, but it's meant for us to regulate that. But see, so many people are in a tailspin that they really don't know how. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, technically, what people say should not hurt you at all. If it does hurt you, well, you know what you got to do. I ain't going to say it. If you notice, a lot of us, we've been keeping things on the hush hush. We ain't been saying much. I ain't been saying nothing. Because just because somebody knows how to do a ritual or has the ability to meditate, doesn't mean that they should, because they can create shit that ain't good. So we ain't trying to inspire people, because just because you know how to do a ritual, just because you know the craft, just because you know about the occult, does not mean that you should use it, because some people's thoughts are out of control. A lot of people's thoughts are out of control because they focus on the wrong thing. When you focus on the right thing, everything gonna fall into place, but they focus on the wrong thing. So, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy though. She felt that way. She felt like death was following her, and that the little boy that died, that death was meant for her. I wish I could have been there. I'd have said, Lisa, no, it's not. See, money can't replace good spiritual advice when it comes to the mind. Money can't replace that. And see, when people get to focusing on money, which is, you got to focus on money, otherwise you won't survive. Okay, the way they got it out here. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're gonna go out there and take a chance and rob and kill and steal from people, you know what I'm saying? Like what many are doing, especially the rich ones. It's really weird. Anyway, we're not gonna go there. Somebody should have sat down with her and said that is not the truth. She needed somebody really, really good to get that out of her mind, because I feel like it was something that plagued her thoughts. And Geminis, as well as Virgos, are too powerful in their mind to be thinking that way. And she manifested that. I can't believe it. Y'all, this light still lit up. I believe she agrees with me. I believe she gave her approval for me to even talk about her. You know what I'm saying? For me to even talk about it. It's a very painful thing. She's been gone for a long time too, and I'm still not over it. Like, you know what I'm saying? She been gone for a minute. And we ain't even at the anniversary of her death yet. But for some reason she came into my consciousness a few days ago. You know what I'm saying? So anywho. Yeah, the third sign, the zodiac governing birthdays from May. Yep, May 21st to June 20th. Yep. Anyway, I love the Gemini zodiac sign. A lot of people hate Geminis, though. Y'all know Prince was a Gemini too. I don't hate Geminis. I am a Gemini, and I would never hate myself. That's all I do is sit around loving on myself. Well, I let other people love on me. Just, you know what I'm saying? But that's why she gone, because she felt that way, because she thought, and it must have taken over her thoughts. It haunted her. Because and so a lot of people in the comment section of the video was like, yeah, she was the only, all them people in the car, she was the only one that died. She was the only one that died in that car accident. It was a pretty bad car accident too. It was a pretty bad car accident. And she was the only fatality. What that tell you? She manifested that. She did it. And I'm not saying anything negative about her. I'm just speaking what spirit led me to speak and what, because they say when you die, you find out everything, all the secrets and stuff. Your mind is free. And I believe she knows that as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to bring up my mother. My mother was a Virgo, right? Both of my parents are Virgos, right? So I was raised by a Virgo, which means I was raised in a Mercury household, which was pretty interesting. It was nice. But I would always tell my mother, because my mom would always speak so morbidly, and she was always so focused on how she was gonna die and stuff like that. And I would always tell my mom, I say, Mom, I say, quit speaking stuff into existence. She was bad at that, man. She was really bad at doing that. And she would mainly do it to herself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. But everybody has that ability. But I think that people with a lot of Mercury, you know what I'm saying? They got to be really, really, really careful with that, especially if that's your sun sign. You know what I'm saying? Or if you was born on a Wednesday, okay? Or if you was born on a Wednesday, okay? So anywho, that's pretty much it, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this. I know y'all don't want me to go, but I gotta go. I gotta go. I got things to do. I will see y'all later. Blessings to y'all. Peace and love. Love you, Lisa. Love you, girl. Wish you was here still. Oh man. Anywho, I'm gonna sit here and finish getting this. Y'all, I'm still carving pumpkins. It's the 3rd of November. I'm gonna sit here and finish carving this last pumpkin I'm gonna carve, and then do whatever it is that I do. Whatever I'm gonna do, it ain't gotta be in social media, baby.